Do you know who Devil Ray is? Well, you see, during JLU's run, they weren't actually allowed to use certain characters. It was the reason why no popular Batman villains appeared on the show, such as Joker, Clayface, and Poison Ivy, despite the fact all three of them actually appeared on the show's sister series that JLU is a sequel to. That, of course, being Justice League. This was because of the current The Batman series. There was also plans for Batgirl, Man-Bat, and Harley Quinn to also have appeared on the show, but they weren't allowed to either. But Batman villains weren't the only ones who weren't allowed to be used. Nor was the JSA. Or at least not Jay Garrick and Alan Scott for some reason, because Black Canary, Wildcat, Hourman, Obsidian, Dr. Midnight, and Shine Knight all appeared, despite it being said that JSA was not allowed to be used. I'll be honest, I looked everywhere and I could not find why it was that DC didn't want them to use them. All I could find is that DC said they didn't want them to be used. Okay then, that's the reason I guess. I was actually going to make a video on that, but I can't because of lack of information. Because I literally found nothing other than DC said no. And also, it kind of contradicts certain things because they said no to Black Canary too, yet she actually appeared later on. So, is it just Jay Garrick and Alan Scott they don't want used? Maybe, or perhaps they just didn't want to use the older characters because the newer ones they were being pushed. I don't know, but they just weren't allowed to use them. And Plastic Man was also not allowed to be used due to the fact that there was a movie in production at the time. A movie that I'm really glad was not made because I actually watched a video about what it was going to be about, and a big part of the plot was going to be about Plastic Man's poop. Yes, that was going to be a big part of the movie. So, in other words, I'm really, really happy that wasn't made because I feel like it would have completely just killed Plastic Man as a character and just got rid of all his fans. So, like I said, really, really happy that didn't get made. And really, really sad he never appeared on JLU. However, he was name-dropped, and there was a toy made after him. But the one important here is Black Manta, the Aquaman villain, who wasn't allowed to be used due to an attempt at an Aquaman live-action show at the time. That Black Manta wasn't even a part of, I'm guessing it would have been eventually, as there was only a pilot that was really, really bad. So because of that, they created a character who was almost exactly like Black Manta, that being Devil Ray, an Aquaman villain who had a design that was nearly identical to that of Black Manta's, but more bulky. However, he's not Black Manta, so that made him a red shirt, and during an episode of a fight between the Legion of Doom and the JLU, Devil Ray would try to harm Wonder Woman after the fight was already over, and while she wasn't looking, he was about to kill her, and Deadman took over Batman's body to fire a gun at him, and it killed him. This moment was of course a big deal because Batman doesn't kill, and while he wasn't the one who actually killed him as that was Deadman, he still felt guilty for it. Although the question I have is how would Devil Ray have killed Wonder Woman? Because in this show, Diana has been seen having survived a little plane crash. And she wasn't even in the plane, she was outside of the plane. Therefore, I just don't believe that Devil Ray would have been able to kill her. But I guess one could maybe argue that Deadman just didn't know that, so he just decided to protect her either way. Also, out of the options Devil Ray had, it was Batman, Superman, or Wonder Woman. And since Superman is invulnerable and Batman was being possessed, I guess Wonder Woman was the only one that could technically be his target, but still, it's a little weird to me. Now, the reasoning behind why I made this video is because of his recent debut in comics, appearing in the Black Manta miniseries, a comic series I actually plan on reviewing eventually, but the quick summary is Devil Ray is revealed having been once Black Manta's henchman, but left his boss to do his own thing, becoming his rival. In this series, he has the exact same design he did on JLU, which in my opinion is a pretty good design. It also makes sense due to the fact that the character is related to Black Manta in some sort, due to the fact that the character looks so much like him. Therefore, it's not really weird for him to just randomly appear in comics looking exactly like another character, because that character who already pre-existed, that being Black Manta, is somehow related to this new character, Devil Ray. Also, the voice actor who voiced Devil Ray played Black Manta's dad in the 2018 Aquaman movie, where he does die, but that's still pretty cool that he appeared at least. And that's it. Like always, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.